Hello everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood wolf, and welcome to the quarantine. Today we're going to take an early peek at Evolve. Now, this isn't a review, more like a first impressions, kind of first look sort of thing. Evolve is a cooperative survival shooter developed by Turtle Rock Studios, the guys who brought you Left 4 Dead, and published by 2K. The game is based around cooperation, coordination, and lots of teamwork. It'll be coming to the PC, the PlayStation 4, and the Xbox One on February 10th as of now. I want to start off by saying that when you do any kind of early access or an alpha test like this, you should probably make everything available from the beginning, or maybe after a very short amount of progression, like after 2 or 3 games everything gets unlocked. Would have let a lot of people get a better idea of everything that's available to them. That way they could decide whether or not they wanted the game or not. That's my opinion, but whatever, not really a big deal. I also feel obligated to say that I was engrossed in Freedom Wars, and I didn't play Evolve quite as much as I would have liked to. But I did get about 10 to 15 hours or so logged in, so take this first look with that in mind. But I did get a good feel for the game. I know I'm going to miss some things, but whatever. The gameplay of Evolved is pretty straightforward. The 4 players each have their own classes that can't be doubled up on. For example, you can only have 1 medic, 1 assault, 1 trapper, and 1 support. Later, you can unlock alternative people that play differently. For example, the medic, my favorite class. The second medic character is more of a combat-orientated medic, rather than the support medic of Val. The classes have to work together in order to track, trap, and kill the monster. No class is any good alone, forcing you to have to work together. Anyone that wanders off and the monster finds them will most likely get their shit pushed in pretty hard. You drop into the battlefield and use clues around the map to track the monster, from its footprints to dead animals to scared birds. When you die in Evolve, you lose a portion of your maximum life, and when you completely die, you have to wait about 2 minutes or so while another airship comes to drop you in, with what seems like a smaller portion of life as well. Let's start with the medic. Your role is to support the team with healing, break the monster's armor, and slow him down. You have a burst heal that heals everyone around you in one big chunk, and it's also the only way to heal yourself. About 80% of the time, you're gonna have your trank gun out. It's by far the most useful weapon at your disposal. Hitting the monster with a trank will highlight him green and reduce his movement speed by quite a bit, but it's only for a few moments, forcing you to have to keep hitting him with it. Breaking his armor with a sniper rifle will highlight a spot of the monster for the rest of the team to shoot at for extra damage. It's pretty useful as well, but only used really when the monster is trapped, because you'd rather trank him and slow him down, so the rest of the team can trap him. And then of course you have your medigun, which is a very slow dot heal that you can you hold and activate, and it slowly heals whoever you're on. It's got a pretty decent range, but it works like the Team Fortress 2 medigun. Next, on to the Trapper. You have a few things at your disposal as well that are pretty fun. First, in my opinion, most importantly, you have your Thunderdome. Basically, it's a grenade that you can throw, and it locks the monster in this big sphere arena type thing that he can't get out of. And he has to face the beatdown from the rest of the party. Be warned though, if you are downed, your dome drops with you, so you pretty much become monster enemy number 1. After that, your job is to use a harpoon launcher to tether the monster. Now he can easily break these, but strategic placements will make them a pain in the ass for him to do so. It also forces him to have to come back to destroy it, and it does buy you precious seconds. Then you have Daisy, this weird mutant dog thing. Basically acts like a bloodhound. She can revive first off, which is really useful. She's especially useful when going against a monster who knows what they're doing and leaves no footprints and doesn't alert any birds. She'll give you an idea of where the monster's at. And I swear, the second hunter you can unlock is Van Pelt from Jumanji. Then we have the support. His job is to provide shielding and assist in the DPS department as well. Pretty much about equally. You have a shield generator that works a bit like the minigun, but it's a shield that as long as it holds, it makes whoever invincible, but it can only stay active for so long and it recharges pretty slowly. Your support ability makes you and everybody around you in a fairly close proximity invisible for a short period of time, allowing you to get the jump on the monster with well-timed use. Then your plasma cutter and orbital strikes are basically your DPS. The orbital strike, though, does need a little coordination and teamwork to effectively use, as it does take a few seconds for the orbital strike to actually come in. Then to my least favorite class, the Assault. Really not a whole lot to say, you're purely DPS. That said, you do get some pretty powerful mines that if you can lure the monster over them, you can easily do half the creature's health if all 5 of them actually blow up on a level 1. The lightning gun is for close range. It has the ability to arc from creature to creature, so that's pretty nice. And the assault rifle is for medium to long range. You also get a personal shield that allows you to take a beating as well, much like the support's ability, but it's a personal use thing. The assault is the primary source of damage to the monster. Keeping him alive is very important. I just found him boring, really. Overall, each of the hunters do feel unique, and they all complement each other quite well. Teamwork is very paramount in this game. Now onto the monster. There are 2 monsters, and supposedly a third that's going to be announced. There's the Goliath and the Kraken. I only got to play as the Goliath, but I did fight the Kraken several times. Now you're going to think that the players obviously have a distinct advantage. More people, they get coordination, guns, cool abilities, they can track you, and at first, you'd be right. Starting out, you get 3 skill points to spend between 4 different skills, with a max level for each of 3, allowing you to customize yourself at the start. I do feel you should be limited to 1 or 2 points in any one skill to start, because a monster starting out with a level 3 rock throw or a kraken starting with a level 3 vortex is bullshit. The monster can grow stronger, whereas the players can't. They are a constant, you are a variable. As you eat, you evolve into something bigger, and you get points to develop your skills even stronger. As the monster, you get a 30-second head start. And here's your first choice. Do you haul ass, leaving footprints that the hunters can track, but you put more distance between you and them? Or do you choose the slower stealth approach, so you leave no footprints, but you don't get very far? Or do you combine a little bit of both? Aside from your attack skills, you have smell. By clicking the right mouse button, you can smell out the hunters, giving you an idea where they are and allows you to avoid them and plot your route, as it basically just lets you see through the walls. While dodging the hunters, you also have to eat the creatures that are scattered around the map to gain armor and evolution points. When your evolution meter is full, you get stronger, you get more health, you get 3 more skill points, and you heal, which you don't actually do normally, so when you do get shot, it sucks. The overall goal for the monster is to get to level 3 and attack the hunter's generator and destroy it, or just slaughter the hunters outright. Either way, it's your call. Now in this alpha, there are graphical issues that forced me to play on the lowest settings, insanely long loading time, retarded AI, several other things, but it is an alpha, so I'm not really going to complain or touch a whole lot on those. Overall though, this is definitely a game you're going to want to have a good party to play with. As people without a headset, or don't want to communicate, or people who just want to run off and do their own thing, the retarded AI, all of which can very easily cost you the game and cause you nothing but rage when your medic runs right by you as you lay dying on the floor. Also, the inability to host private non-ranked matches with your friends, so nobody would get XP, that would have been really nice. I wanted to have me and 4 other bros in a room and just have it toss one of us the monster while we all sat in TeamSpeak, bad-mouthed each other, shit-talked. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it'll be added later. It's just a pretty big gripe that I did have. But there's something hysterical about running after the monster, whip around a corner, just have a big-ass man-eating plant snap its mouth shut around you, pretty much killing you, causing your team to either A, have to come back and save you, or you just become plant food. This also happens, this big ass crocodile thing in the water, but I try to steer clear from that as I really rather not have nightmares. In closing, Evolve is a really fun game to play with friends, but in my opinion, I see it getting boring really fast, and I just don't know if that $50 price tag is going to be worth it, but we'll see, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you could like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time in the quarantine.